Hey there, Careblazer. Welcome back to another episode of Careblazer TV. Today I want to talk about how you helping your loved one with dementia can possibly be hurting your relationship. And I want to talk about what you can do to prevent that from happening. As a Careblazer, there are no shortage of things that you have to do to care for your loved one with dementia. Some of your loved ones might need help dressing, bathing, eating, all kinds of things. So how can you give them the help that they need while still making sure that you are having the best relationship possible and that your loved one doesn't start to push you away and resent you? Now I know some of you might be thinking, what on earth is that lady talking about? How can me helping my loved one be hurting? For many people with dementia, they may not want your help or feel that they need your help. And so what I want to talk about today in more detail is how you can continue to give your loved one with dementia the help they need without making them feel like it's too much and starting to get frustrated by you or starting to resent you. Here's the thing, on a very human level, it is important for people to feel needed, for people to feel worthy, worthwhile, like they can contribute in some way. And when it comes to somebody having dementia, it's really easy for a lot of those opportunities to just go away. After all, your loved one can't do many things on their own anymore. They need your help. Perhaps when you try to get your loved one to engage and help you out, it ends up being more stressful for you because your loved one made a bigger mess or they messed something up and you have to go back and do it all over again. So there's a part of you that maybe resists you wanting to have them help you for fear that it's just going to make things so much more stressful for you in the long run. Here's the thing. The goal is for you to help your loved one feel like they are contributing, like they are offering help, like they are providing something of value. They may not actually be contributing or helping you or providing something of value to you, but they feel like they are. And here's the twist, as I'll explain here in a couple of minutes, is just by finding a way to do this, in the end, it really does help you, because it helps your relationship, it helps you feel less stress, and it's also giving your loved ones something to do that makes them feel worthwhile, that makes them feel like they're contributing, which is then time that they're not doing something else to make things more difficult for you. So you see how that works there? I'm going to talk about how you can get your loved one to help you even though you don't necessarily need the help. And in doing that, it is going to help you because it's going to help your loved one feel better. It's going to occupy their time with something they enjoy. And that's going to lead to less possibility of them doing something to increase your stress level. So let me explain. There's a difference between asking your loved one to wash the dishes, something you actually need to be done, and asking your loved one to sort the junk mail, something that you don't need to be done at all. One of those things, the dishes, is likely going to lead to a lot of increased stress for you and frustration when your loved one with dementia doesn't clean the dishes thoroughly, they put dirty dishes away in the cupboard, they drop dishes and break them. It's likely to be a more frustrating experience for the both of you. Versus the coupons, your loved one is helping, but you don't actually need those coupons or you don't actually need that junk mail. It doesn't matter if your loved one sorts the junk mail in a way that doesn't make sense for you or sorts coupons in a way that doesn't make sense for you. The point is that your loved one is doing something that is taking up their time, that they seem to be enjoying, and that doesn't create extra work for you in the long run. The point is not that your loved one gets it right or gets it correct or does it in a way that makes sense. The point is that your loved one is just doing something. Do you see the difference there? One thing is something that has to get done, that you're relying on, like dishes, and the other thing you're not relying on at all. You could care less what the outcome is so long as your loved one seems to be enjoying it. So step one is getting creative and thinking of something that your loved one can do, something that will take their time, that they can feel like they're helping and contributing, right? So think about what you think your loved one might enjoy, and then offer that to them and get them engaged in that activity. Step 2 is to offer them praise for their activity. Tell them thank you for what they're doing or for having helped you. Give them praise for doing such a good job. It doesn't even have to be right or make sense to you, but you're still giving them that praise and that acknowledgement anyway. It's good for the relationship. It's good for you to be giving positive feedback to your loved one where they don't constantly feel like every time you intervene or say something to them, it's to correct them or to show them how to do something differently or to tell them they're doing something wrong. It's a little thing that really adds up to a good benefit for the relationship. So find something that they enjoy, get creative, something that you're not relying on the results, so it doesn't matter how it comes out. And then no matter what, so long as they're doing it and they're enjoying it, praise them for it, give them thanks for that. The point isn't the end result. The point is in the process. The point is that your loved one was engaged, your loved one did something, and you were able to praise and give them encouragement and great feedback for having done so. The thing about this is it's not only just keeping your loved one engaged in doing something, it's improving the relationship that you have with your loved one. It's reducing the chances that other opportunities throughout the day for your loved one to get frustrated or agitated. A lot of behaviors that happen in dementia are a result of a loved one feeling understimulated, bored, restless, and so coming up with some of these things that they can do can be extremely helpful, not only for your relationship, but also just for them, their own behavior, and reducing how often your loved one might start to show signs of frustration. So get creative. What could you ask your loved one to do? What might they be interested in? And just as a quick recap over everything I've just talked about, you want to ask for their help, get them involved, praise them for their efforts regardless of the outcome, and enjoy the benefits that come from that. Careblazer, let me know what you plan to do, how you plan to get your loved one engaged in activity. Leave it below in a comment for me to read later, and I'll be back next week with a new video. Okay, bye. That's when